My name is Amir Kaleem. I'm a principal program manager with Microsoft Teams Engineering. And today I'm going to cover the broadcast service, which is built into Microsoft Teams. And I'm going to go over that. In these challenging times, there's a need for leadership engagement or mass communication where town halls from the leadership, CXO level people is a big use case. And I want to show you that how you can leverage your teams to produce in a simple way a broadcast which your users sitting at their homes can consume it easily. So let's go through it. One thing which word of caution I want to say that this is essentially based on a lot of Microsoft material, guidance, best practices already published available. This is not in lieu of that, but it is in conjunction of that. So please do refer to those documents. For example, what are the live events? What type of live events are there? And I'm going to go through that very quickly. Here you can say this is a public document. You can look at, that there are, different types of live events available. You can produce live event. You can produce live events in Jammer, in Teams, and Microsoft Stream, and you can assess the use case and use that. We will go through a quick decision tree, but all the capabilities and different type of live events you can produce are readily available. At the same time, Microsoft offers live event assistance program. You can basically sign up for that and we will help you directly. And other than that, how Microsoft produces live events, Microsoft 365 live events themselves, those are very well documented. This document is a great help. It helps with the decision making, what are the gotchas, what are the key learnings. Maybe you have some questions about what's coming in future. Those are available, and this document is publicly available as well. You can search for it and it's available as well. So let's get to it. What are the live events, sort of a thing. So I'm going to start from this, which I showed you earlier. What we're going to do for today's purposes, this is a two-part series, and this is the first part where I'm going to focus today on Teams, a live event on Teams. But the second one I will do is Teams on Jammers, because those are the two most common ones. So here is that decision tree you saw earlier from the Microsoft own, that how we do live events. You need to understand where your audience is. You want to understand how you want to interact with that audience. You want to understand who the producers are. You want to understand what content delivery network you want to use. And then you want to understand that where this event will be produced, sort of a thing. Whether you need a full-blown studio production team help, or you can do a self production. Based on these, I've come across these 10 summary points: location of the audience, whether they're on your corporate network, working from home, size of the audience, what is the peak attendance concurrency you're expecting. You want to plan for the bandwidth, at least 1.2 megabits per second per audience. Number of presenters, want to make sure that their audio and video devices are in good shape. You want to understand that what are the network conditions where the presenters are, whether they're working from their home. You want to provide some best practices if they're working from home, if they could be wired into their gateway, or if they're on wireless Wi-Fi, then you want to provide some best practices there. You may want to plan for PSTN as a backup for the presenter in case you lose connectivity. As best practices, it's always good to have two producers who are producing this for a CEO or CXO level person. Then second thing is that you want to very quickly understand from your corporate communications team that Q&A is going to be a real time or it's going to be moderate one. And lastly, but not the least, if there's going to be any content, PowerPoint or video would be basically presented during this live event. So with that, let's go over very quickly that how we configure the live event in Microsoft Teams. So here you can see that this is my Teams client. And we have, for the fullness of the time, I've already scheduled it, but I will show you very quick steps here. So you click on live event, you provide live event, a meaningful heading. You can invite presenters and producers right here. So For example, if I was gonna invite people here, I will type their name here, and I'll start inviting them. And then you can select the who's going to be producer or not. You can go next. You can select that you want to do it a specific group or all org wide or public event. You can select that you want to do Q&A or not. You can speaking language could be 3, which is German, Chinese, and US English, and the translation language could be up to 6. Usually, you can pick those languages, and it will based on if you're a global company, people in their regions could see the translations or closed captioning coming in their native language based on what is on the computer setting. Then you go ahead and schedule it. So I will basically discard it right here, and I will go and show you the one I have created here. Here, this is the live event invite gone. The attendee link is gone in a separate email. I will show you that as well right now, just so that you can see it. And so that is actually the attendee. My apologies, give me 1 second here. So this is the live event, and this was the event sent to the attendee to join that link as well. So let's go back here, and let's join this event as a producer. So I'm joining this event as a producer. And you can see that as a producer, I have not yet to start this live event. There's only one attendee. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to actually ask Alex, who is in this case would be our CEO who's joining. I'm going to ask Alex to join. So here we're going to basically now you can see that here is the layout. And if I wanted to share something, that PowerPoint deck we had, we can have that as well. And we can start sharing that as well. So you can start queuing the content. So if I'm going to send Alex to here in my queue, and here is the live event. So I'm going to send Alex on this on there, and now I'm going to hit start to start the live event. And this will, you can see the warning about the live event that is going to be 10 to 20 second delay. But when I hit on it, it's basically going to go ahead and start the live event. Now, this is where I can start queuing up the next content. So I have already put the next content in the queue. Maybe I want to create, Alex where Alex comes, content and Alex are together there. You can see that's happening as well right now. So what's the attendee experience looks like? Let's go back to the attendee experience basically. So I'll show you what is the attendee experience looks like. So here, if we go to the attendee experience, this is what attendee experience looks like. They are going to see that here. And if I'm an attendee, I can raise a question. I have a choice to post it anonymously. How are we responding to critique issues? So I'm going to send this question, and as this question comes in, I will go back to the producer experience, and you would see that if there is a show Q&A here, and if you would see that there's a new question right here, and you can respond this, or you can publish it, you can dismiss it. But if you basically publish this question right here, you can see that the question now is visible to the audience. Now you have two. You can have the most recent one on the top, or you could have most like one. So people can actually vote up a question if they wanted to vote up the question. Hope you find this useful. And next time we will show you how to produce an event using Yammer. Thank you so much.